Welcome back to the restoration of a 1945 Willys MB. In this video we're going to get some parts bolted onto the engine. The engine was kind of just sitting the way it came back from the machine shop, and so I needed to put on water pump, thermostat, spark plugs, just a whole bunch of little things. So this video is going to cover doing a bunch of those little things. I'm making a ton of progress on the Jeep. I just can't get videos edited fast enough to get them uploaded. So let's hang out in the garage today and do a little bit of tinkering on the Jeep. So these air cleaner brackets, I just could not find the bolts anywhere in our stash. So I had to go pick up some hardware. It's a 5/16 bolt with 24 thread pitch, and it's 3/4 inch long. First thing I want to do with the thermostat is drill a hole in it. This is going to help air escape when we're refilling the coolant. And now the thermostat goes in the housing, and then you use this little sleeve that retains the thermostat up there. Okay, so I used Permatex Forma gasket number 2 on the thermostat housing. I really like that stuff. It doesn't harden over time, so it's really good at filling in little nooks and crannies and giving that gasket a good extra seal. I forgot, I had also found this water pump and thermostat housing from Permatex that I wanted to try. So we'll try that on the water pump gasket. And I just opened it up, and yep, it's exactly what I expected. It's just regular old Permatex Ultra Gray silicone, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and run it on this, and we'll see what we think over the time that this thing runs. There we go. We got our bolts ready. And I do still need to go back and tighten these 2 pipe plugs on the water pump. I need to put thread sealant and tighten them. I didn't do that yet because I didn't want to have to try to tighten them while holding the water pump in my hand. I figured it'd be easier once it's actually on the engine block to give those a good final crank down. So I am extremely excited about bolting these things on the engine. These parts have been sitting in boxes, brand new, ready to be installed for about 8 years now. And so there they go. They finally got painted and installed on the engine. It was very exciting. Lately, I've been finding all kinds of good parts from Joe's Motor Pool. I don't really remember Joe's Motor Pool being around 8 years ago when we were first putting this together. Most of my parts just came from Ron Fitzpatrick parts out in Oregon. But he's selling a lot of this Joe's Motor Pool stuff, and it's got great reviews. And so I'm excited to use it. Here we've had the spark plug holes taped up for years. So we got some proper reman spark plugs, and the tape's just kind of being a mess on this engine. So I'd like to just go ahead and hand thread in some spark plugs for now to properly keep dust out of the engine. And I do still need to set the distributor timing. I don't think I ever timed the distributor. I think I just put it in there as a dust holder. So I need to pull that back out and set that timing up. But I'm just going to go ahead and put these in finger tight. These are nice units. They look great. And I don't see any reason why they won't run perfect. Okay, so the spark plug gap is 030, so hold it this way. That's our standard size, all right? Now what we're doing is we're checking this gap here, okay? So we want to stick it in down here, and then you just turn the plug until it won't move anymore. Okay, so that's a little tight. That's 025, okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to give it a little bend, and now it goes to 030, okay? So now let's do that for all of them.
I'll do it.
Now do not drop the spark plug, okay? Because it's porcelain and it'll break. No. It's got to go in perfectly straight. There you go. Okay, now we're just going to lift up gently right there. No, just a little bit. Now does it go to 030? No. Okay, so try it. Lift it up just gently. Okay, now see if it goes to 030. Hang on, let me hold it.
Okay.
Almost. Let's just do a tiny bit more. Boom. 030.
Okay, I'll put them on. It's not enough to fit.
I know. That's why you're going to do this. Okay. Now the other thing is you don't get that anti-seize stuff up here on the porcelain because it'll short out. So do you have clean hands?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take this tool. Okay. Now just go ahead and screw that spark plug right into that hole.
This way?
Yep.
So it's tight.
Now just down till it stops.
There, stop.
Perfect. Make sure it's going straight.
Oh.
So it's standing straight up.
It keeps moving.
Yeah. There it goes. Okay, so I'm looking at these old pictures of the engine, and this PCV is definitely supposed to be on this side. I compared them to pictures of L134 Go Devil engines online, and yes, the PCV is definitely supposed to be over here. So I need to remove this valve cover, flip it around. Okay, so I had some questions about where this little cone screen went, and I kind of had it just looked like it was the right size for that, you know, to go like that or something. So I just Googled it, and sure enough, that's where it's supposed to go. And this was just in a baggie left over from the engine build. So this has given me more doubt about how this engine was put together, but there's not much else I can do about it other than fix the obvious things I see.
so I found this skid plate in the parts box, and I was trying to figure out where it goes, and poking around all the Jeep information, I figured out this is the crank pulley skid plate. And I noticed that there was also spacers that are supposed to go with that to keep it off the lip of the oil pan. And so I dug through the old engine parts, and sure enough, there they are, 6 spacers. So this was left out on the engine build, so I need to go ahead and remove those front 6 oil pan bolts and get this installed properly. So throw some paint on them for corrosion resistance, and then we'll get them built up. Well, that's it for this one. Thanks for hanging out in the garage with me today. We're going to have a whole lot more Jeep content. I've got some more work to do to the boat. I've got a bunch of other projects laying around, so we're always doing something in the garage. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss anything, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.